out in the middle for the toss of the coin. It was Charlie Tasalaka who won the toss and, not surprisingly, chose to bat. It looks a very good batting surface, which may slow up as we go through the day. From East Mahuru, this is the Sri Lankan team without the Indian side.
Back to practically these extra innings.
So Sri Lanka would have had
Themselves right, back themselves, and know that they just have to keep pushing hard. Umpires making their way out to the middle. Rohit Sharma leading his Indian team. Could be for the
50 over World Cup to get the combinations right, get the personals right. That man on screen has been in magnificent form.
Struggle. So for them, they'll want to get amongst that group of batsmen early, and it starts with Nissanka, who I thought played nicely up in Kandy.
Man informed LPL, but missed out in the ODI series up in Pallakali. It's a massive opportunity for him as well. Average is lurking around 32. It's far better player than having average of 32. And this man on screen played last time at Arpel Stadium and a injury before.
He picked up 6 wickets, didn't he, in that match? Little bit of movement back into the batsman, and that's what they have to be careful of. Has the ability to move the ball off a good length.
Usually Mohammad Siraj takes it away from the right hand. That's why 2 slips are in place for this occasion. Right by Siraj.
Yeah, I was out there for the pitch report, and that was the first thing I noticed. Just thought it could be a little tacky to say. Nicely played. First runs of the ODI, and it's a beautiful cut shot for Nissanka for 4.
Dragging the length back, Mohammad Siraj. Don't think he was a confidence booster for the young man.
That's all he can do early, just to work out how this pitch is going to play series. Got the width, didn't look to hit it too hard, made sure the placement was in the gap. Everything scrounger with promise. Were you surprised that he wasn't given more of an opportunity to try and develop over the next 12 months or so?
But that was, in my opinion, there was a tussle almost. You have occasion where Champion comes in and did bowl really well and made headlines, but I just feel ODI set up anymore. It's important that he's not playing today, but when he gets the opportunity.
Oh, he's picked it up. There could be a chance. At third man, it is taken. Siraj with the link. A little for Avishka Fernando.
Avishka Fernando was quite a strange shot. The third over off flips in place, and striker would be cross towards mid wicket. Fourth off stump, corridor of uncertainty as you throws it away. Avishka Fernando unfortunately. Gone for 1, Sri Lanka 7 for 1.
It was a loose stroke. Both batsmen, I thought, had navigated the first 2 overs really well, just showing some respect to the early 30s average. Strike rates these days are pretty good. They're in that 85 to 90 range. And that is a cracking delivery to get first up.
It's amazing now after a wicket.
At the moment, I think Sri Lanka are either driving their car in the first get. He's got his line and length going nicely, hasn't he? That's nicely played. Had to resist turning it to the leg side. 7 for 1. Oh, there's that loose shot again. All or nothing for 4. And that's where the ball swinging back creates the gap between the bat and the pad, or you get the outside edge. Right there, perfect.
But it doesn't swing back. Not much pace to take, about 130 clicks, but the lengths have been really good as an opening batter. Again, that's something Patrick Nissanka does quite often.
Every now and again there's a bit of bounce, isn't it? And you have those deliveries as a batsman, you just say, well bowled, you've not done anything wrong, and picked up over the leg side. It's gone square enough, another boundary.
The first run after 10 delivery down the leg side. That's 1 ball before was the extra Kohli got his second slip, and Arshdeep Singh and hit the front pad, swinging in almost.
Gone over the offside this time, not perfectly timed. 6 runs from the over, 13 for 1. But
Continued both wide of the crease to Kusal Mendes.
analysis showed us another thing too. He's got a very high arm action. Comes over the top, which means he can get Ed Sharma turned to those spinners more than a wicket and a half every time he plays a game, which is exactly what you're after. Oh, this could be tight. Just went a little too far down.
Nissanka. Pathum Nissanka, in all honesty, straight away said no. For some reason, Kusal Mendes just kept on running.
To show some respect. It's conditions at the moment, a little bit of cloud cover, so there is some movement. Half-hearted appeal to finish the 5th over, 14 for 1. A year ago, all out for 50.
Definitely day to remember, day to forget for Sri Lanka. That day, Fardin Pandya picked up 3 wickets as well. 3 for 3. But Sri Lanka will get a decent score, I think. This. Yes, correctly said, Scotty. When the bowlers are bowling well, just have some patience.
Just felt the ball, or the pitch slow up. Maybe turn quite a bit later on this evening. Nicely played and in the gap. Beautiful cover drive to finish the 6th over, 19 for 1.
Dent scored the most runs as an opener since 2020 in ODIs, 2,100 again.
What about that list? What about the names on that list? He's got some really big ones.
But its stature packs a powerful punch. His technique is very, very good for an opening bat.
This time he gets very close to the stumps. He was going wide to the crease to Kusal Mendes, that's a wide. But to Pathum Nissanka, he appears to be getting close to it. You're speaking about Pathum Nissanka, the player, you're right. He plays under his eyes, he gets very close. Now, he's
From a very young age, so clearly a traditional method of coaching, which has gone a long way in forming his game. You can see his numbers.
He's very good there. Anything short and wide, he's bounced on. That's another, and then the execution.
Yeah, erring slightly in line there. Wasn't very short, just a little back of a length. But for someone to put on Nissanka's side, he can take absolute advantage of it. Hit it into the ground, use the square, create a little bit more pace behind that ball, and beat Aksar there at point for another bound.
Oh, that time. That's been an area that he's been just pushing at deliveries around that time. Now, what Arshdeep has done is he's moved that slip very wide. He had a very fine slip now, very...
Again, getting the bats mentally prepared for perhaps for the batters. They got to respect that new ball, at least for those first 5 overs from each end.
Wish. And a newish ball for the bowlers with a more prouder seam. So there's always a chance for the bowlers.
And hit through the line, so to speak. They have to wait and kind of hit the ball on top of it.
Nicely worked. Oh! Damn, dropped! For a moment I didn't think it will carry. Very lucky Pathum Nissanka.
The beauty of a well-timed leg glance.
See that, you could see this was a very similar surface I thought we had even in one.
Dry, dusty. It's not coming on the fast bowlers. It's not coming on the fast bowlers.
This is brilliant. This is really brilliant. 28 for 1. Right-handers against Aksar.
On a dry track.
He's not a big turner on the, but he's a more than useful left armsman. He uses the crease brilliantly. Well done. That is a good shot. 1 bounce for 4. Bounced on, but Pathum Nissanka was quick to play that shot.
Error in length there from Aksar Patel. That was more short. And picked it up beautifully. And on this track, on these kind of tracks, you always want to keep your weight a little bit more ready to go. Pounce on the back, purchase on the front foot as a batter, but in that sense has, has spurred the players to actually think. Go. And they have to roll their arm over and bring in that second dimension into their game. And if they are just a batter, it's either it actually pushes the players to become more
Consistency in bowling. Akshar Patel bowled a very good first over. He found turn and also see, just a point I want to bring up with you, because you're opening batter.
because if you get affected by being beaten like that by a good delivery, which not.
See, that's what he did. I think did turn.
So he had if it's going to be a good call or not. But from the looks of it, Roshan, I think it's going to be a slip.
See, and how much would the spinners really be a challenge? Now we do have
The spin from how I see it going at the moment. We still have Kuldeep in.
just asked him about bowling in the power plays and bowling in that game, and he just. That's fine, Tickle. That's a welcome boundary.
Yeah, he's been in the grind and gets rewarded for being in it. Gets a ball that just errs in length, in line, I beg your pardon. Close the face on that, a nice little leg glance away for four. And be a big relief for him, make him feel like, okay.
Yeah, we did speak about how much spin will play a role here, but then it's also important that
We've seen Akshar just into his second over. He's picked up on that spot, that rough that Akshar.
Three enough.
Good afternoon, Matt. Good afternoon to Phil from Akshar.
That's the sweep out. Akshar this slightly in the last few moments. Possible throw for weather's been good the last couple of days. Yeah, there's that turn. Wanted the single. Done it the other gate. Oh, that's close. Got to go up for that. Hit him on the back pad to view this. Question of height, maybe. He's going upstairs. This will be Shivam.
Yeah, looks like the ball on the bat. We can go to ball tracking when ready. Okay, Rich's decision's out. Impact in line. It's hitting the wickets. Decision of out. Signal now.
Decent average, 35. Not a bad strike rate either. Pushing 100.
Extra seam bowling option. India going in with 3 spinners. So just 2 frontline seamers.
Oh, that was close. You don't want to miss that, but he's off the mark. Clipped nicely, wide of mid-on. Early dive, but he does well.
Nicely clipped away by Sunil. Rahul not so much. He's saying it hit the leg guards.
It's another very testing, very tight over. 15 gone now, 52 for 2. Good form up enough. How much do you put that down to? You run up more revs on. That's nicely flighted.
Nice, Giddy.
Fantastic, googly. He's looking for wickets. Oh, that's gripped, and that's out. Third wicket, and he just chipped the ball straight to shortcut.
Yeah, that was the wicket they were looking for. Akshar Patel's work